So next we will start to study about ISRO. What is ISRO? So what was its previous name? So when we have renamed it as ISRO, so what are the functions? So which ministry? Clear? Everything. And what are the parts we are developing? So what are the marketing, private marketing we are doing? So all the details we are going to discuss one by one. Clear? Na? So ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization. So it is a government agency. So it is a government agency to undertake all the types of space exploration and space vehicle manufacturing. Clear alva? So space vehicles eniruttೋ adanna R&D, developing, manufacturing, marketing. So by using these vehicles to explore the entire universe, that is the job of this agency called as ISRO. So this will be the one sentence. Alva? So just to make you what is the meaning of ISRO ಅಷ್ಟೇನೆ. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋ technical aspects here. That means ISRO operates under which department? So this will be important. Department of Space. So it will work under Department of Space, which is directly controlled by Prime Minister Office. So PMO ದಿಂದ direct ಆಗಿ control ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Clear alva? So primarily executes the Indian space programs through various ISRO centers. Okay, so this part is important. Just it is the government space agency of India responsible for planning and execution of all space based or space related activities. Okay, so this one is important. Next one is, so just a crisp introduction about the origin of ISRO. So space exploration, actually it has been started in 1960s. 1960 ಇಸ್ವಿ ಹತ್ತತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೋರೇಷನ್ ಸೊ ತುಂಬಾ ಪೀಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಥ್ರೂಔಟ್ ದ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್, ನಾಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ, including USA, almost developed nations also they have started exploring the space during 1960s. Clear? So before that, so there will be no much exploration, not too much exploration. So after 1960s, all the developing nations, developed nations, they started developing space vehicles. Clear? So initially when India has started space exploration, it was just a committee. It is not a department. Clear? So Department of Space anta enidiyalva, adite it was not a department before, it was just a committee of scientists. So they used to assist only the launching of space shuttles. So satellite na launch madake this committee used to just give a support ashta. So that means the nature of work was very limited initial days. You can see here Indian National Committee. It is just a small committee of scientists for space research. It is called as INCOSPAR. It's called as INCOSPAR. So this has been recognized for the space research. It was established in the year 1962. So 1962 nalli start madad takshanane initially they have started for developing a rocket launching station at Tamil Nadu. Clear? This is important. So after the establishment of this department, so what are the initial work they have done? So starting alli en ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, they have not launched any satellites. So what is the difference between satellites and rockets? Idea? Rockets antivi, satellite antivi. What could be the major difference? Satellites are bigger in nature, extremely huge, humongous. Satellites are very small. Rockets are very small, I'm sorry. So satellites are very big, whereas rockets are very small. That means fuel consumption is less. You can use it for educational purpose. So if you belong to any university, if you develop a micro satellite, putani satellite na develop madidre, so that will be inserted into rockets, not satellites. So rockets ಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅದರ ಲಾಂಚ್ ಮಾಡಿ for the study of communication or weather analysis. All those things can be done by for the satellites developed by some educational institutes. Students irbodu, IIT, IISc ಅವರು ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ they will launch through the rockets. They are very small. I'll show you those rockets, initial rockets. So first ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, they have developed a rocket launching station at Tumba. Tumba, it is present in Tamil Nadu. Clear? So this was the first work done by the first committee called as INCOSPAR. So 62 ಅಲ್ಲಿ start ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. In 63 they have launched one rocket which has been borrowed from US. So that rocket name is Nike Apache. So Nike Apache rocket has been launched from Tumba TRLS. Tumba Equatorial Rocket Launching Station in they have launched. So these are important because this is for the first time in the Indian history they have developed a rocket launching station. So that is why it is important which rocket they have launched. It was a sounding rocket, Nike Apache. It has been borrowed or procured from USA and they have launched from TRLS here, Tumba Equatorial Rocket Launching Station. So the ಎರಡನ್ನ mention ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ in the year 1963 after 1 year of its establishment. Clear? ಇದು ಬೇಡ, mostly ಇದು ಬೇಕಾಗಲ್ಲ, just it is for your understanding ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Take down first one. Before ISRO it was called as INCOSPAR. Exam ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. So what was the initial name of ISRO? It is nothing but INCOSPAR. Dash haki, write it as 1962. Next para, they have built or constructed first rocket launching station called as TRLS, Tumba Equatorial Rocket Launching Station, present in Tamil Nadu. That is important. And which satellite was launched? I mean, so this was the first rocket launch. So that example in kelbodu, what they can ask? Which was the first satellite launch? Can you expect the question? Which was the first satellite that has been launched by India? So next, which was the first satellite launched by India? So India has launched satellite called as Aryabhata. So after 1963, for the first time in 1975, so almost 8 to 9 years gap, almost 8 years gap ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು 63 rocket ಅನ್ನ launch ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ in India. But this Aryabhata was launched in Soviet Union. But the satellite was developed by India. Why? Why we have not launched a satellite? Because we don't have any satellite launching station. We have a rocket launching station. Astane. Rocket launching station will be very small. We cannot accommodate the satellite. So that is why. So we have developed our own satellite that is called Aryabhata, and it has been launched by Soviet Union nations by then, 1975 only. So this was the first rocket and satellite developed by, launched and developed by India. Clear? So first rocket na ಹೊರಗಡೆಯಿಂದ ತರಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾವು launch ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ Nike Apache na. So but we develop Aryabhata satellite that will be launched from other country, Soviet Union. Clear? So here you can write the first satellite, so that is called Aryabhata. So developed by India, but it has been launched in 1975 by Soviet Union. Okay? So these are first ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ it is important. So next, directly, how the establishment of ISRO has been taken place. Very crisp introduction. And both INCOSPAR ಏನಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, INCOSPAR and ISRO head office ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ? Where is the head office of ISRO as well as INCOSPAR? Bidi, it is very old. So Karnataka has a huge contribution for the defense purpose, especially for space as well as military purpose. Military base Bangalore nalle tumba dodudirade idi India. We have a huge base. Wherever you go to HAL, you go to Yelahanka, so any place, you go to Peenya, so everywhere we have so air base and satellite stations. So that is why, so ISRO head office is in Bengaluru. That was the huge contribution of Karnataka towards the development of space exploration from ISRO. So this has been started in the year 1969. Years are not important. If it is only for SDA, FDA, alli nimige keltare. KAS, UPSC nalli they don't concentrate more on years. Clear alva? So with its head office in Bangalore to replace the INCOSPAR. So initially ನಾನು INCOSPAR ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾ, it was just a small committee. They used to assist the launching of vehicles. Then why we have developed ISRO? Why we have established ISRO? After, yeah, tell me please. After INCOSPAR, so it was a very narrow approach towards the space exploration in INCOSPAR now. Whereas after the ISRO, so we have started exploring everything, including planning, so including R&D, development of space vehicles, marketing of space vehicles, transfer of technology. Whatever we have technology, we used to sell our technology to other nations and take money and give services to the technologies what we have sold. So complete agi very magnificent change towards the approach of space exploration has been started after 1969, after the ISRO has been established. Clear alva? So hagagi ISRO the approach enide, it is very wide when compared to the committee called as INCOSPAR. Clear? And head office is in Bangalore. Main objective is development and application of space technology in various national needs. So munche enagta ittu, just they used to assist satellite rocket launch ge. Now we started using satellites for communication purpose, mapping purpose, imaging purpose, disaster management, telecommunication, GPS. So for all the space bere sectors we started using and exploring. So nowadays we are actually self-dependent. We are not dependent on any nation, either maybe for developmental purpose of satellites or it may be for launching purpose. Nan heltini development nodta hodre, so you will be wonder that ಎಷ್ಟು ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ we have developed our exploration. So ತುಂಬಾ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೀವಿ ನಾವು ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ. That will try to understand in next slide. So it is just an introduction, ashtane. Very small introduction about INCOSPAR and ISRO. So what are the important centers? You can take photo of this. This will be very helpful. I'm telling you, because so a satellite yenidiyalva, the whole satellites will not be developed at one center. Clear? So sensors will be developed at different center. Launching vehicles will be developed at different center. Actual satellite part is developed at different centers. Antenna will be developed at different center. Clear? Propulsion, liquid, fuels what we are using, those will be developed at different centers. So hagagi ನೀವು ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತ if you take the photo of this, easy ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದೇನಿಲ್ಲ, ನೀವು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದೇನಿಲ್ಲ. You have to mug up ಅಷ್ಟೇ. There is no concept. Center, Vikram Sarabhai Space Center, Thiruvananthapuram. What they are developing? So they are building the launch vehicle. Vehicle means that pillar part. Satellite ali pillar tara ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ? So that is called launch vehicle. So Vikram Sarabhai Station, Thiruvananthapuram. They are developing launch vehicles. So UR Rao Satellite Center in Bangalore, they are developing and designing the satellites. It is present in Bangalore. So no need to understand anything. So you have to mug up. Satish Dhawan Space Center, which is present in Sriharikota. Sriharikota. So the yellow tours in the map ali. So next I'll show you all the centers here. So integration and launching. Satish Dhawan Space Center ಏನಕ್ಕೆ important ಇರೋದು? So only for launching. So every satellite will be launched from there. Clear? So instead of writing ಯಾರಾದರೂ ತಗೊಂಡು you can share it with yourself. ತಗೊಂಡೆಲ್ಲ share ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. So ಇದನ್ನ ಬರೆಯೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತನೂ you have to mug up first. Just remember. If they ask any question, at least eliminate ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Then, so liquid propulsion. What is the meaning of propulsion? You know, propulsion means fuel. petrol, diesel now vehicles use martivalla. So the fuels what we are using in the launch vehicles, we call it as propulsion. Okay, liquid propulsion system. So Valimala and Bangalore, so they are developing the liquid propulsion or liquid fuels. Okay, so cryogenic, including cryogenic. What is cryogenic? Have you heard the word? Idikkin munche ello kelidira? Cryo is general word actually. Cryo means ice. Cryogenic engine. Cryopreservation. So cryopreservation means, so you have the liquid, if you store it under the ice. So cryopreservation means almost minus 125, minus 150 degrees Celsius. So usually human sperm, animal sperms, especially cow. So sperm they used to store in veterinary hospitals. So in sperm, if they store it under cryopreservation, they can save the sperms for 50 to 60, 70 years for crossing purpose. So male sperm mate ovum eradanu store ಮಾಡಿ ಇಟ್ರೆ under the ice, so we can preserve the sperms and ovum. That is called as cryopreservation. Anything related to ice, minus 50, 150, minus 200 degree will be prefixed under by cryo ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ first prefix ಅನ್ನು start ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Cryo means related to ice. So we are using ice fuels, very cold fuels. So ಯಾಕೆ cold fuels ಅನ್ನು use ಮಾಡ್ತಿದೀವಿ? Why we are using not liquid fuels? Waiter. See, one liquid fuel adre at very high temperature, satellites will be burning at too much high temperatures. If it is cold, it will burn very slowly. Fuel nidhanavagi burn agutte. If it is liquid or solid, it will burn very vigorously. So that is why initial stage we will be using solid or liquid propulsions. So last ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, cryo propulsion ಗಳನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Try to understand the concept. So starting ಅಲ್ಲಿ you need more load, ಅಥವಾ ಆರ್ಬಿಟ್ ಗೆ ಹೋದ್ಮೇಲೆ you need more propulsion. ತಾಕತ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ಬೇಕು? ಸ್ಯಾಟಲೈಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಲಿಫ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ. When satellite will be huge, at the initial stage or at the orbit? Initial stage. Orbital ಏನಿರಲ್ಲ. Orbital you have this triangle shape ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? Only it will be left with this triangle shape when it reaches orbit. So ಇದ್ರೊಳಗಡೆ ಇರುವಂತ solar panels, they will get open and it will start to receive so energy from the sun. It will be converted into electricity. So this part will be having your satellite. So entire this part. So that is why I am telling you Falcon 9, Falcon 10 Elon Musk ಮಾಡಿರೋದು. Why you want to receive this back means, so you can save 80% of the total investment. If he is investing 100 crores on this total vehicle, he can retain 80 crores if he took back this launch vehicle. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರನೇ we are preferring more on reusable launch vehicles. ಅದೇ ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, 20 to 40 story building ಅಷ್ಟು ಉದ್ದ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. And purest form of metals will be used. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ instead of preparing it again, if you reuse, you can save up to 80% of the total investment. It is a huge amount. 400-500 crores ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ you will save 300-350 crores in one launch. ಆಯ್ತಾ? So ಹಾಗಾಗಿ initially it will be extremely heavy. So ಹಾಗಾಗಿ we use solid ಅಥವಾ liquid propulsion at the initial stages to take the lift off, that too against the gravity. 200-300 kilometers it has to go very straight. Then it will take turn. ಸೀದಾ ಈಗ ಟರ್ನ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಸಮುದ್ರದ ಒಳಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಬಿದ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. So it has to lift off against the gravity first for 200 to 300 kilometers. Then it will take turn after escaping from the gravitational force. Then it will start revolving around the earth and it will escape from the orbit, lower earth orbit. In the middle hogutte, middle inda higher orbit. That is how it will work. So that is why we are using cryogenic engines, and this is a boon as well as this is a bane. Idu varanu haudu, shapanu haudu. Means ನಿಮಗೆ liquid propulsion they will burn very clearly, very absolutely clear. There is no problem. So PSLV C61 last time failure ಆಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ this cryogenic engine is the only reason. So after exchange, so first ನಿಮಗೆ liquid engine burn ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So after ignition of cryogenic engine, So instead of to start the ignition, they will stop igniting. So ಬೆಂಕಿ ಹತ್ಕೊಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ ಕ್ರಯೋಜೆನಿಕ್ ಇಂಜಿನ್. ಸೊ ನಿಮಗೆ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಬೇಗ ಬರ್ನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಐಸಿಗೆ ಬೆಂಕಿ ಹಾಕೋದು ಸುಲಭನಾ? ಕಷ್ಟ. ಸೊ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಇಗ್ನೈಟ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ at the last stage generally we use cryogenic engines. So if second stage completely burnt out, it will be removed, and if ignition has not taken place here, the satellite will start to deviate. So this is the most important, crucial part of satellite launch. Everything we will discuss again and again. Matte discuss ಮಾಡೋಣ. This one, Space Applications Center, which is present in Ahmedabad. So they are producing sensors. Do we need sensors in satellites? 100% needed. Alva? So what are the directions? Satellite is launching, moving. So where you have to, it has to take right, when it has to take left. So nimage rovers, remote aache baruttalla chandrana mele aache bandaga, it has numerous sensors. So illadru ಈಗ ಹೋಗುವಾಗ if it has any well, ಏನಾದರೂ ಗಡ್ಡೆ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ it will take left for itself. So left ತಗೊಂಡು ಸೀದಾ ಹೀಗೆ ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋಗಿ, so it will continue the research. So for that purpose you need sensors. So even driverless vehicles ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, have you noticed? Same Elon Musk launch ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So driverless vehicles ಏನಿದೆ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. So it will be having sensors on and around the vehicle. So ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಹತ್ರ ಬಂದ್ರೆ immediate ಆಗಿ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So if there is a signal red light, so it will recognize the red light, it will stop. So if it is orange light, so immediately ignite agutte, vehicle start agutte. So if it is green light, it will recognize green light, it will start to move. So that is the work of sensors. So sensors will act exactly like our brains. So these sensors are developed in Ahmedabad. Next one, National Remote Sensing Center, that is also present in Hyderabad. Remote sensing satellites, data reception, processing and dissemination. Remote sensing satellites nane discuss madidvalva. It will revolve around the earth 16 times, 17 times, and it will collect all the remote datas. So it will segregate all the datas, that means related to climate, related to forest, related to sea level. All those datas will be segregated. So that is called as dissemination. Segregate and they will send it to the ground station. So those things will be done by the center which is present in Hyderabad. So these are very important. Then what are the challenges? So this is important, especially for your mains, it is too important. So what are the present challenges? So being a future bureaucrat, you must know what are the challenges of ISRO. ನೀವೀಗ ಆಫೀಸರ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದೆ ಇರುವ main questions. What are the main questions? First one is, first and foremost, is global share. You can see here, we are investing only, and now it is 8.4 billion. When it is, at present it is in 2013, I guess. 2023 or 13. So right now, date correct year gottilla, but right now we are investing $8.4 billion. So before it was $7 billion, now it is $8.4 billion. That means only approximately 2.5% of the total global investment. ಪ್ರಪಂಚದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಲ್ವಾ ಗ್ಲೋಬಲ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿನಲ್ಲಿ, just we are investing only 2.5%. You can see the investment of US. They are investing $613 billion. Where is 16? Where is 8? So that is the challenge. So nimigiranta challenge behind you. If you become an officer, so if you are posted into ISRO, so this is the major challenge, to increase the investment. So otherwise there will be no research and development. Alva? So this is the major problem. So this is very important keyword. Try to remember this. So idonthara UPSC ge hot topic. Space debris. Space means space. What is debris? Waste materials. So present $1 million question is to manage the space debris. Try to understand the concept. So space debris is nothing but, so once you launch the vehicle, once you launch the satellite, so after it become defunction, so it will stop to work after certain period of time. So where it will go after it stop the function, actual function, where the satellites will go? It will start to settle on the space. I mean, sorry, in the space. So space olagadene ulidave. So far we have launched more than 130 different satellites. All the remaining of the satellite remains are present in the space. See, assume that you have so much satellite debris. That means they will not present as a whole satellite agi uldiralla. So they will be converted into rubble material, piece agirate. So they will start to revolve around the earth. So now you launch a fresh brand new satellite. If this satellite start to go and bombard that waste material, what will be the scenario? You launch ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಹೊಸ satellite ಏನಿತ್ತು, if they go and start hitting those space debris, old satellites, so this will get defunctioned. ಇದ್ರ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನ ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸುತ್ತೆ. So to collect all the space debris, management of the space, ನೀವು ಭೂಮಿ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಆಕಾಶ ತುಂಬಾ ದೂರದಿಂದ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ, so the entire earth seems to be like a kasat totti. It seems to be like a dustbin. I'll show you the diagrams also. Images kuda toristini. So ನೀವು ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಭೂಮಿಯನ್ನ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ, seems to be like a dustbin that is completely crowded with space debris. And major challenge is for the new satellites, working satellites, if they start bombarding while revolving around the earth, so waste satellite ಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಡಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೊಡೆದ್ರೆ, so this will become debris, new satellite. That means your 500 crores gone. So that is the major challenge with respect to ISRO. They are called, it is called as space debris, the management of space debris. Fine. So write down only heading. So you are going to understand in depth. Detail agi artha madkotre idina. Next one. This is the major problem of the government part. So we don't have legislative cooperation. You can see here. So draft space activities bill, actually it was introduced in 2017 in Lok Sabha. So these things are to be approved as soon as possible. ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಗ ಆಗುತ್ತೋ ಅಷ್ಟು ಬೇಗ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಲೋಕ್ ಸಭೆಯಲ್ಲಿ they have to approve. Instead they started keep on postponing this bill. Now so leaving the legislative vacuum in the space sector, because the 2017 bill was lapsed in 2019. 2 ವರ್ಷ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಏನು ಬೇಡ ಬಿಡಪ್ಪ, ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ನಾವೇನು ರಾಜಕೀಯ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಅವರು ಇವರು ಅಂತ ಹೊಡೆದಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಇರೋಣ, ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನೋಡೋಣ. So they did not respond, and in 2019 this legislative bill was completely lapsed. So this bill actually contains so many policies to include private launchers. ಈಗ ಎಲಾನ್ ಮಸ್ಕ್ ಏನಿದಾರಲ್ಲ, he is not belongs to NASA. So he is a private player, he is a private investor, and he is creating miracles in the world. So in this bill they included policies and regulations for private investors. So how to regulate, how to increase the research, how to increase the investment, all these things are involved. So ನಮ್ಮ ರಾಜಕೀಯದವರಿಗೆ ಏನು ಬೇಡ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದಂಗೆ ಗಲಾಟೆ ಮಾಡಿಸೋದು, ಆರಾಮಾಗಿ MLA MP ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಲ್ವಾ. So this bill was lapsed. Done. So especially R&D purpose, if you take any science experiments, say any experiments, there is no cooperation from political sides. So that was the major challenge. Then so that is what establishing clear and favorable legislation is a vital to attract any foreign investors, or it may be domestic private investors. This is the major challenge. So write down the heading legislative vacuum. Take this as an example. Now see, we have so many centers here. So most important is in Bangalore. So this one is very, very important. So Bangalore center is most important. Clear, alva? Because we have head office here. Apart from that, Hassan. Hassan, we have a master MCF. It is called as MCF, Master Controlling Facility. So Bangalore nalli Balaladalli ide. Baladu. So it is the place. So whereas in Hassan it is called as Master Controlling Facility, where the satellites that are launched will be controlled by MCF, which is present in Hassan. MCF. So these are the different. So it is available in the internet. So images hodre saku, you will get numerous images. So this is called Antrix Corporation Limited. So this photo I have taken directly from the website of ISRO itself. So ISRO website indane tagondidini. As of now, so yaru chairman idare, everything I have taken from straight away from ISRO website. So Antrix is a commercial wing of ISRO. So they are doing marketing. Either it may be selling of sensors or technology. So we have some technology. We have different kind of sensor. So Russia are interested to borrow those things. So we will give the technology and we will economically we will be benefited. So that is the thing they are going to do. Antrix ಅವರು ಮಾಡುವಂತದ್ದು. So they are a commercial wing of ISRO. So as of now, Antrix Corporation Limited, which is present in Bell Circle, Bangalore. Hebbala kadeyinda olaga hogtivalva. So towards Yelahanka. So we have a Bell Circle. So there we have head office of Antrix. Okay. So apart from this, we have one more this thing, New Space India Limited. So one is Antrix, second one is New Space India Limited. I will tell you the difference between these two. Both are commercial wing of ISRO. Whereas Antrix, they are providing so service, marketing, selling, so everything for foreign clients. For the foreign clients. So this New Space India Limited, they are providing the same thing for the domestic investors. Just a difference. So nothing much. So Antrix will provide for foreign clients all the services, everything. So New Space will provide the same service for the domestic investors. ಅಷ್ಟೇ ವ್ಯತ್ಯಾಸ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಫಾರಿನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಕ್ಕೆ ಒಬ್ಬರನ್ನ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಕ್ಕೆ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರನ್ನ. ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್. Then we'll see who are the chairman come managing director. So you should correct agi barಕೊಳ್ಳಿ that who is the chairman for Antrix, who is the chairman for Mohan, this one, Space India Limited, New Space. So this was Sanjay Kumar Agarwal. So he is the chairman for Antrix. And Mr. M. Mohan, he is the chairman for New Space India. In India dalli nodkonta iradu yaru? Mohan. So foreigners na nodkonta iradu Sanjay Agarwal. So he is the chairman for foreign clients and he is the chairman for New Space India Limited. So that is one thing. Apart from that, so the services will be similar. ನೀವು ಎಲ್ಲಾದರೂ ರೋಡಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಈ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ ಬೆಲ್ ಸರ್ಕಲ್. So as per my knowledge, they will ask you the chairman of this one Antrix. They may ask the chairman of New Space India Limited because so ಅವರನ್ನ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು. See, Shri M. Mohan. So he came to this position last month. So September nalli he has been taken as an chairman cum director of New Space India Limited. So ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಯಾರನ್ನ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ? Definitely it will be M. Mohan. Clear? So try to write down one by one. So about Antrix Corporation Limited. So first points ತಗೊಳ್ತಾ ಹೋಗೋಣ. Same thing, it is completely owned. It is not exam ನಲ್ಲಿ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. It is fully, completely owned by Indian government. Okay. The same thing, it was initiated in 1992. So I'll give you the points. The same thing I have here. So here, ACL, Bengaluru, it is completely owned by. Exam ನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ? What they may ask? It is partially owned by Government of India. So it will work under PPP. Economics ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಿದಿರಾ? public-private partnership. So those options will be there. Definitely option you can expect. So it is completely owned by Government of India. It will work under the Department of Space. Clear? So started 1992. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋ ಒಂದೇ keyword. Only one keyword is it is a marketing arm of ISRO. First keyword, and it will gives all the services and marketing for international clients. Maybe South Africa ankola. So it is underdeveloped when compared to India. So they can purchase satellites, sensors, so launch vehicles, technology, so anything. So then our purchase madadre, we are giving customer service as well. Ishtu varsha service kuda nave kodtave. We are providing the services. So the major objective is to facilitate development of space related industrial capability. India has all the possibilities to develop itself as a global leader in space research. Alva? So since we are providing, they are dependent on our service. So because of this, India can emerge. Use this word, where you can use this word. Mains answer bariyovaga, in which part we can use this sentence? In conclusion, you can use these words because conclusion must be futuristic. Being a DC, assistant commissioner or district collector, so you should be futuristic. India next time madbeku anta. You can write this, that. So by doing this, India, there is all the possibilities that India can emerge as a competent and global leader in the globe. So we are competing with developed nations, USA, Russia. So bere deshagal jote we are competing. So conclusion must be futuristic. You can use this word in conclusion. Magap enu madbedi. Just understand the concept. Antrix, who is chairman, what is the objective? Okay, bayat hodita hodre tumba jaasti ansute. Just remember the concept. So they will give service to the foreign clients. Whereas New Space India, they will provide service for domestic clients. Ashte. So who is the chairman? Sanjay Agarwal and M. Mohan. So here, so Shri M. Mohan is the chairman of. Write down the heading and just write down the present chairman and managing director of New Space India Limited. And rest of the service will be 100% same. Previous slide alli yen barkondidivi. The same service will be provided to Indian clients. So it has been started in the year 2019. Antrix is older one. He is a senior citizen, so he is the junior person. So from next onwards, newspaper nalli definitely you will start to recognize these words. New Space India anta bandre ivaga ಈಗ ನೋಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಏನೋ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಿದ್ವಿ. So from next onwards, so ನಿಂತ್ಕೋತೀರಾ, then we will try to recollect what are the developments. Satellites ನ ಯಾವ್ದು ಲಾಂಚ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಫಾರಿನ್ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಯಾರನ್ನ ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. So New Space, since they are giving service to India, so ಇವರ ಪರ್ಪಸ್ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, they want to attract more investment from domestic private investors. ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ರಿಲಯನ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಅದಾನಿ, ಅಂಬಾನಿ, ಸೊ ಅವರಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಲಾರ್ಜರ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ತರೋದು ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಟು ಗಿವ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ದ ಸ್ಯಾಟಲೈಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಗಿವ್ ದ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್. ಕ್ಲಿಯರಾ?